back to Drummers Paradise Podcast. Today we got a wicked special episode for you. We're hanging out with a dear friend of mine, Mike Peters from Cancer Bats.
Hey Mike,
What's up?
welcome man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me,
Thanks
guys.
for coming on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks
of course.
for inviting Adam and I out to the Opera House here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great night.
Cool. Well, let's flash to a clip of you killing on the kilt. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Awesome. Mike, that was awesome.
That was
Thanks.
killer.
Yeah, Slayer, man.
So why don't you let everybody know, how did your whole journey getting into drums begin for you?
So I kind of I grew up in like a pretty religious household.
Yeah.
But we always went to churches with like big bands and stuff like that. So I was always kind of every week we'd go watch bands play, and we would go to these like Saturday night Christian music concerts or whatever. And I'd go with my parents, and it was super fun running around with all your friends and stuff and hang out. And I always gravitated towards a drummer. I always thought it was super cool. And then when I was like 8 or 9, I told my parents I wanted to play drums, and they said, "We want you to play piano first. Learn piano, and then we can." Yeah,
it is.
And so I did about a year of piano, and then we moved closer to the guy who taught me drums than the person who taught me piano. So I only had to do a year of piano, which is,
It was an easy transition.
Yeah,
it was an
for
easy
sure.
transition, yeah. And so I took drum lessons from the guy who played in those Saturday night concerts that I would go see. So it was really cool because I'd get to watch him play, and then he'd teach me how to play Green Day songs and stuff. And like,
super fun.
yeah, I mean, lots of just pads and rudiments and all that kind of fun. He was like a, I don't know, like a kind of, he was very like, you have to do a year on a pad before we even get into the drum set.
Yeah,
kind of
The
thing.
fundamentals, right?
And that's so smart, man. So many drummers miss that, right?
It's so important.
Yeah.
Because you end up going back to it later anyway.
Yeah.
So tricky.
And then
So
you got to kind of break habits and stuff like that.
And it's hard to.
Sure.
It's hard to. right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, Mike, speaking of that, what would be your 3 go-to rudiments?
Single strokes, double strokes, and paradiddles. And then maybe like flams and some triplets and stuff like that too. That's kind of like my main warm up, rudiments kind of
Before every show, that's what you're running through. Yeah, tighten those up.
Yeah.
Hit that pad.
Gotta have the pad. Always back to the pad. Yeah. It's funny. My dad, like a few years ago, was like, he's like, well, I mean, you don't play any of those paradiddles or anything anymore. And I was like, every single day I do. Are you kidding me? I have to. And my hands, like, I think it's almost like 50-50 physical and mental, that I need that time to warm up and
before you just hop on and just right? Especially in your style, right? You're playing up tempo.
Oh yeah. The first song in the set is like so fast, and it's just like Yeah, I've got it. And, we're playing the whole first record. So it's like,
and that's exciting.
We can't change the order.
No matter how you look at it.
Yeah. It's like, you can't be like, guys, maybe we start with the slower one just to break it in.
Let's warm up into it.
Pound.
No, turn the generator on.
Yeah.
And that's so funny.
Yeah.
That's good. So did you took lessons from this guy? How long did you take those lessons for?
I took lessons with his my first guy, Darren, for 3 years and then he tried to teach full time.
Okay.
And then summer came and all the students stopped going, myself included, because everyone just takes the summer off.
Yeah.
And then when we were all coming back, he was like, now I had to go get a job, and so I have to cut my student list. So I got cut, and I got put over to this other dude. I did a year with him, and then I kind of was just.
So how did you transition into touring and becoming a working drummer? How does that look?
I started when I was 16. Mm-hmm. I joined this band called Figure 4 from Winnipeg.
Yeah,
and
which is a killer band, by the
way. Yeah. So in Figure 4, there was two. Originally, there was two guys that were probably like 3 or 4 years older than me, and like the singer of Figure 4 is Andrew, who sings in Comeback Kid now.
Okay, yep.
And so him and I are the same age. Our parents still live like a block away from each other.
That's funny how that works.
I've known Andrew since we were like 12 years old.
Nice.
When I moved to that new neighborhood and started taking drum lessons, and I got my first drum kit, and then I met Andrew, and we would jam in my garage or in my basement every day.
That's fun.
But so I joined that band when I was like, we both joined Figure 4 when we were 16, and our guitar player was always like, he's like, I want to tour, like, as soon as you guys are ready. And so like 6 months out of high school, we were in California playing shows. We signed with this record label. It was a Christian hardcore band, and we signed with this label called Face Down Records. Okay. Based in like San Diego area.
Right.
And so like at like 18, we were playing like huge shows in Southern California.
That's
and like touring all across the states.
Yeah, your feet wet early.
Yeah, very early. Yeah, like
not just build.
Yeah, the momentum.
Yeah, and so it was like Figure 4 went to Europe in like 2001. We went to Brazil.
Oh, cool.
We toured the States a lot, toured Canada a lot. And then I stopped playing with that band and tried to go to university for a couple of years and playing around in other bands around Winnipeg. And then I moved out to Toronto in 2004 just to work while I was in school. And I met the guys in Cancer Bands. Like Jay, our bass player, was like one of the first people I met.
Okay. When you moved here.
And then Liam was living in Montreal, but he came through and we just kind of met and hung out. And then I just kind of stayed in contact with them, and they put out the demo, and I was like, this demo is awesome. It's excellent. Yeah. And then by 2005, I was planning to move back to work again for the summer. Yeah. And I just said like, hey, if you're ever looking for a drummer, like I'd stay. Like I'm not just kind of in university because I felt like that was like what you do, like I didn't really have a big goal or anything like that. And they were like, dude, bring your drumsticks. And so I tried out, and then 20 years later, 21 years
later, we're here tonight.
Yeah, we're here tonight.
Opera House show. Hometown show. You guys
have
definitely put the work in.
Yeah, hard-working band for sure.
Yeah.
It's good to see what you guys are doing, man.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow drummers. We're going to take a minute out of this episode to thank SJC Drums for being such an amazing family and custom drum company. You can check all their custom drums out at www.sjcdrums.com. They'll build anything. You contact Matt, Jeff, and the boys. They will build any spec that you can imagine. And we have this Goliath snare drum up on the shelf you can see over there. This thing cracks, AT.
Oh man, does it ever.
Wow, what a snare drum. Quality craftsmanship. Can't say enough about SJC Drums. You guys need to check these guys out. www.sjcdrums.com. What do you think, T?
Nothing but quality.
Nothing but quality, baby.
The best.
That's it. That's exactly right. Now, let's get back into the episode. See ya.
So, Mike, your 3 top inspiring drummers that inspire you on a day-to-day.
It's tough. It switches, you know.
Does it? Yeah.
It's
But
tough.
your top 3,
three top.
that's still you.
Which
like,
is what's
see-
the impossible question to ask?
Yeah,
but...
I know. I'd say probably my number one through my whole drumming career is Jord Samolowski from Propaganda.
Oh, okay, yes. I can see
He's
why.
such
He's
a phenomenal
great
drummer. I mean, he's from Winnipeg too, so
Yeah.
there's always that connection. But like,
solid drummer.
he's
Wax, so.
phenomenal drummer and so musical in his playing. You know.
Yeah.
And then I love JP Gaster from Clutch. Phenomenal drummer.
Yeah, Clutch.
Yeah, like he's
Great pocket.
oh, so the pocket's
My God, yeah, I saw them not so long ago. They're just
like
great.
he's just so on point. It's awesome, and he's so tasteful in everything he does, you know, and he doesn't like he can overplay, but he, you know, the records and stuff he doesn't like he can shred, and he'll do it live, but then you listen to the record and it's like super tasteful and it's about the song, you know. And then number 3 probably Dave Grohl. You know?
Okay, yeah,
like,
Mr. Grohl himself.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
early Nirvana days.
yeah, I'm 45 years old. It was like in my face,
Fit right in
you know.
there.
And,
Yeah, me too.
yeah. I think between Dave Grohl or Trey Cool, you know, those are 2 like early foundation drummers that just like put the bug in me, you know.
sure.
So
I love it.
yeah.
So, what was the last song you found yourself air drumming to?
Well, I don't know. Well, you know what? Probably, honestly, I've been listening to a lot of the Grateful Dead lately.
Okay, so some Grateful Jams.
Grateful Jams, yeah.
Jams.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you're driving in the van, listening to tunes, drumming along.
That's
just,
right.
You know, yeah.
Well, Mike, give our audience a little tip. If for a young, inspiring drummer right now who might be feeling like a struggle, giving up, you know, what kind of information and knowledge could you give them for pursuing their dream and kind of like sticking it out?
Yeah. You know, I think you just, you know, you got to push through those times and like, just have fun. You know, we're here to have fun, you know, where you play the instrument, right? It's all about having fun and just like, I think every little step you can make, you know, is a move forward, right? You know, it's like any little, you're not gonna be amazing right away. You're not gonna feel comfortable playing on a big stage right away or any of those things. You know, you have to do it 10,000 times.
That's right. 10,000 hours, man.
10,000 hours. You got to put in your time.
Yeah.
And you just got to have fun with it. You know, life is about, you know, I told our merch person this yesterday. We had yesterday on tour, the transmission in our van died, right? Sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know, those days I kind of love the most on tour because it's like, it's the adventure. You got to figure it out. And you're just like going and going and going. And I mean, it was exhausting and I felt it while I was playing, you know, like the show last night, I was like, had a couple hiccups where I was just like, fuck, I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
I can swear, right?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I was like, I'm just so tired because I was like, the transmission actually went Saturday night as we were driving to the hotel after the show. So it's just like, I kind of lined up a few things on the drive while we could drive in second. So we could hit like maybe 80 kilometers an hour. We're like, okay,
with a
U-Haul trailer. I was like, and we're going all the way to Victoria. You know, we've still got like 15 shows left all the way across the country. And I was like, so, you know, we got to the bed. I like was texting people trying to get mechanics and all that kind of stuff lined up. And then I woke up at 7:45 in the morning and just started hammering emails and texts again, trying to figure out a man to like we're going. And you know, it's like maybe I'm wired different, but like that kind of thing, just like I was like, I don't like this. Like I'm solving problems and whatever, and it's just like shit happens on the road. It's hard, but you know, if you can have fun while you do it, then it's good. You know, and like the old team, surround yourself with good people, you know, that lift you up and build you up, and you can go far, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like surround yourself with good people that can make a bad situation positive as best as possible, right?
Absolutely.
Push through.
Yeah.
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
Don't, get your ego out of the way.
Yeah.
Don't expect too much.
That's true.
Just if your whole day is you're like, all I know is that I get to play drums at whatever 8:00 tonight.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, right.
You know?
It doesn't matter. You'll push through. You will push through. Make that happen.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Why don't we jump to a clip of the kit? Let's check out your drum kit from tonight.
Sure.
All right, go. Be right back.
So, Mike, why don't you walk us through your kit today?
Sure. It's a Mapex Saturn series. It's it's one of the newer. I think it's the 22 line.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a 24 by 14, 13 by 9, yes, and then a 16 by 16 floor, and then
Special one here.
yeah, this is my YC snare drum. It's a steel snare. It's heavy, it's beefy, it sounds great. I'm really happy I finally got one. We got robbed in the spring of 2025, and one of my snare drums got stolen. I wasn't actually on the tour. I had a fill-in for him, but he had to get all my cases and one of my snare drums, and the snare drum got robbed. And I texted Jordan from YC immediately. I was like, hey, I'm gonna have some cash to buy a snare drum. So he's the best.
Makes really good drums too.
Amazing drums. Yeah, he's a fly on the drum tech, and so
what's your cymbals?
Cymbals are all Sabian. Shout out to Sabian. Shout out to Mapex for always hooking it up. So we got 15-inch groove hats, which are awesome. This is a 19-inch complex HHX crash. I got a 19-inch explosion crash.
It's a beautiful series here, nice and dark. I find.
As well. Yeah, and just blend really nicely with our tone, And then I got a H8 sessions ride. It's the Todd Zuckerman signature ride, and it hauls. It's so good. It's the only ride I used on the whole new record. It's like when I crash it, it sounds great. I really I need a ride that I can crash, get a little bit of ping out of, and then has a really big bell.
Yes.
And it really fulfills all those things. And then this is my 20-inch Holy China that is broken.
It's very holy and broken.
Very holy and broken.
What happened to this thing? It's so bent.
Yeah, well, what happened actually is
It's pretty good.
St. John's, Newfoundland, at the start of this tour. We were playing this venue called the Rock House, and it's quite tight on the stage. And this, I'm not gentle with my drums. And this thing walked its way over to the bass amp. It was sitting on top of, and it just got stuck. And then I just kept hitting it, and it just was just stuck there. And I was like, well, this song is so much China. What do I do? I either don't play it and in honor of the China, or I play it in honor of the China. Keep rocking. And this is okay. Yeah. And then I don't know if you want to talk about skins. Skins. I use the on the toms. I have the Evans UV2. Which are amazing skins. Coated, super strong, last a long time. Holding tune really, really well. For an hour every night of getting pummeled. Yeah, and I am not the best at my technique.
I've seen, right? So
yeah,
you get hard, man.
I hit hard, yeah, and then so they hold up really well. And then this is the UV1 reverse dot.
Okay, reverse dot.
So this is a single ply with a dot, which isn't my number one go-to. Usually, I actually use the heavyweight, which is the 2-ply with the dot.
Right. Yeah.
But we just finished recording in November, and I bought a bunch of these for recording. And then we did some shows in December, and I had it on my snare, and I was skeptical. I thought it was gonna, just die after a couple of shows, and it held up for whatever the 8 shows we played. And I was, this is awesome, So I was like, I'm gonna keep using them. They sound amazing, the heavyweight sounds great too, but it makes everything a little bit tighter, right? Because it's just so big. So this is a little bit more open, and so I've been really enjoying it, and they've been holding up, and so.
And what do you got on the beater?
Beater, this is a Remo.
No,
Maybe.
Okay.
Shout out to Evans.
Yes.
They're always hooking me up.
Yeah.
These drums are actually owned by Mapex.
I got you.
And they're a loaner kit from Mapex.
And Mapex is one of my
They're the best. Yeah, so I haven't switched out the kick drum.
We're sorry, Larry.
Got it. Sorry, Larry. Larry, I love you. You're the best. Evans forever. But they, when I got it, the guy was like, I put a new bass drum skin on it. So I got it. Yeah, it sounds great.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah.
I appreciate you walking us through the kit today.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then, it's all Mapex, whatever hardware. And, I use just the single Falcon pedal.
Nice.
And,
Awesome.
cool. It's a great kit.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Sure.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't forget, Drummers Paradise Podcast, YouTube channel. Hit that notification and subscribe button. Hit that bell.
Oh yeah, and then open. Yeah, absolutely.
like and
cowbell.
subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Put a comment down there.
And Instagram and Facebook, Drummers Paradise Podcast. Make sure you comment, like, and share.
TikTok? You got a TikTok?
We do have a TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, put it on TikTok as well. Put it on TikTok as well.
We got an OnlyFans?
No, not yet. No. That's too funny, man.
Right. All right. Anyways, Mike, let's let everybody know what you got going on.
2026 is going to be a big year for the Bats.
Oh yeah.
We just released our first 3 albums. We reissued them on vinyl and on CD.
Okay.
So Birthing the Giant, it's the 20-year anniversary of Birthing the Giant this year. So we're calling it the 20 years of madness.
Okay, yeah.
Because we've been kind of around for more than 20 years. But, it works. And so we re-released Birthing the Giant, Hail Destroyer, and Bears, Mares, Scraps, and Bones on vinyl because they had been out of print for quite a while.
Yeah.
And we have a new album coming out on August 7th.
Okay.
The first single,
Exciting.
Stay Stuck, is out now. You can watch the video on YouTube.
Let's check that out, wanna?
Check it
Let's
out.
flash it. I'll be right back.
Got a grip on me so pretty, nitty gritty little piece of my heart.
video, man.
Wicked video.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Killer tune. Killer tune. Oh yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Deer Records banging. Recorded by Kurt Ballou, Good Birds, God City Studios. Yeah.
It's so exciting, man.
Yeah. So,
Lots of exciting stuff going on in
lots of exciting stuff. Yeah. Lots of touring, lots of new music coming out. Very exciting.
And respect for doing the Bad Sabbath.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Good tribute. Good tribute.
Yeah. We just do a lot of that this year too.
Wicked. Well, Mike, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Means the world. Means the world.
Thanks for having me.
Did that already? Yeah. Fit some ass out of vulture around out the water.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck on the rest of your tour, man.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and everybody, don't forget to subscribe, follow us, and we'll see you next time.
In paradise.
Later.
I